Welcome back to The Explainer. Today we're diving headfirst into the absolute chaos and, honestly, the pure hilarity of Episode 5 of You Are My Destiny, Destiny and Soap, the Huanio Island Confrontation. We're going to see firsthand just how fast a secret can completely unravel under pressure, and how two totally different worlds can literally collide in a split second.
I mean, think about it. What actually happens when a viral internet meme accidentally triggers a massive corporate standoff? Well, today, we're looking at two completely separate ticking time bombs, and spoiler alert, they are about to spectacularly crash into each other on a tiny, close-knit place called Huinhao Island. It's basically the perfect storm, modern digital culture slamming right into old-school family dynamics with millions of dollars on the line.
We're going to trace the convergence of two massive escalating threats here. On one side, you've got this deeply personal crisis. Our protagonist, Chen Jiaxin, has just been outed online as the viral sister morning sickness. And on the right side, a full-blown corporate disaster, delayed severance pay for the Huanio Island factory workers. So you've got a family fallout and a commercial catastrophe, both hurtling toward the exact same coordinates.
Section 1. The viral pregnancy scandal. A meme hits close to home. Let's get right into it. Okay, imagine your biggest, most heavily guarded secret suddenly trending for the whole internet to see. That is exactly what happens here with sister morning sickness. It's this trending Weibo topic, complete with a viral sticker pack featuring a highly nauseous pregnant woman. The kicker? That woman is secretly Chen Jiaxin. Her hidden pregnancy just morphed into a massive meme, and now the entire population of her hometown is passing it around, thinking it's the funniest thing ever.
The dramatic irony here is, well, it's just so thick you could cut it with a knife. You've got the islanders standing around the pier, swapping these stickers on their phones, totally cracking up. They're literally saying, "Look at this, so funny, the stickers are so interesting, she is an absolute talent." And they are completely clueless that the punchline of this viral joke is actually their own hometown girl. It perfectly nails how the internet can just take a private moment and blast it out publicly before you even realize what hits you.
Which brings us to Section 2, a corporate crisis brews, the multi-million-dollar shopping trip.
You know, it's honestly mind-boggling how easily a giant corporation can just trip over a tiny human mistake. So the chairwoman hands her grandson Zheng Ren this super urgent payment document for the island's severance pay. Simple enough, right? But Zheng Ren, he gets distracted shopping for clothes with his mom for 3 hours. And because of that 3-hour detour, the finance department misses the payment deadline. A crucial, multi-million-dollar payout for a soap factory is delayed simply because a careless cousin needed to try on a few new suits. Talk about the staggering consequences of corporate complacency.
And a fallout? Oh, it is severe. The enraged, unpaid islanders are literally threatening to smash the heritage soap factory to pieces. They are entirely convinced the company is scamming them, and this forces our brilliant CEO Wang Xiyi to throw his own plans out the window. He has to completely cancel his trip to the Bahamas, which, by the way, was originally supposed to be for securing a quiet, under-the-radar divorce, and rush directly to Huanio Island to put out this massive fire.
All right, Section 3, Collision on Huanio Island, the ultimate standoff. This is where things get really crazy.
So, you gotta ask, how does the brilliant CEO handle a crisis like this? Well, Z arrives on the island fully expecting to swoop in, play the corporate savior, and handle things with a smooth boardroom-style negotiation. But nope. Instead, he is immediately intercepted by Jiaxin's fiercely protective mother, who, remember, has literally just uncovered the truth about the whole sister morning sickness pregnancy. You can just feel his internal panic when he says, "As the CEO, I can manage to be cool-headed and come up with at least 3 perfect solutions, but I can only answer that I don't know." It's such a brilliant juxtaposition. Here is the most influential entrepreneur in Asia, right? A guy completely used to solving million-dollar commercial crises before breakfast, and he is left totally paralyzed by an angry mom demanding answers about her daughter's future. And while Xiyi is standing there completely frozen, the rest of the island is descending into pure, unadulterated chaos. On one side, Xiyi is helplessly cornered and interrogated by Jiaxin's mom, and meanwhile, his poor, terrified assistant, Anson, is mistakenly held hostage by the angry factory workers who think he's the CEO. They are screaming for their money, Anson is awkwardly trying to claim the real CEO is just keeping a low profile, and total anarchy just engulfs the whole island. It is a complete and utter breakdown of order.
Moving on to Section 4, the chairwoman's master plan, a deus ex machina.
This whole mess hinges on this incredible moment of modern technology backfiring in literally the best way possible. Face ID ends up unlocking the ultimate solution. Right in the middle of this chaotic confrontation, Jackson's mother demands to speak to Xiyu's parents. Someone whips out a phone and they actually use Face ID by literally prying the poor assistant's eyes open to unlock it. She searches for a VIP contact, finds Grandma, and hits call. What she does not realize is that she just unwittingly dialed the chairwoman of the entire Chengji group.
And this is exactly why the chairwoman is such a force of nature. In 3 swift, ridiculously efficient moves, she resolves the entire situation. First, she intercepts the impending divorce because she realizes her grandson is on the island instead of flying to the Bahamas. Second, she personally wires the factory funds straight from her own private account, completely bypassing the corporate delay her incompetent grandson caused. And third, she just decides, right then and there, to travel to the island the very next morning to plan a sudden wedding. Talk about taking absolute control of the narrative, right?
The impact of her stepping in is just instant. A company rep announces to the crowd, "To our company, several millions of money is just a small amount. Our chairwoman has made a special approval." And boom. The terrifying tension at the factory evaporates the second that money hits the workers' bank accounts. It really proves the sheer power and decisive action of the chairwoman. She literally calmed down an angry mob with a single phone call and a wire transfer. Which leaves us with this final, genuinely fascinating question to chew on. Will a massive corporate blunder actually transform into a lifelong public commitment? By turning a commercial crisis into a forced romantic turning point, this explainer shows that sometimes our biggest, clumsiest mistakes actually lead directly to our ultimate destiny. But seriously, what is going to happen when the island wakes up to this sudden, chairwoman-mandated wedding tomorrow? Well, that is something you'll have to think about until next time. Thanks so much for joining me today and keep learning.